and welcome to YGTV. I am Bex Edwards. This is... Who are you?
I'm Adam Walcott, in case you didn't know.
He's Adam Walcott. He's our award-winning gardener.
Yeah, 2 silver medals at the Chelsea Flower Show, I'll have you know.
It's lovely to be here in the potting shed with you. Love being with my friend Adam. Matt is pressing all the buttons, doing all the controlling. He's my friend as well. It's lovely to have you here. Thank you so much. I've been looking at your emails already. Penny has sent her pictures of her new puppy.
Oh.
I'm dying to show you, so we'll get on to showing you those in a little while. If you would like to contact us, have a chat with us, you are more than welcome to do so. You can send us emails to ygtv@yougarden.com. Matt will put the details on the bottom of the screen at some point for you. So you send us your emails, send us your pictures. Yes, if you've got a new puppy or a new pet in your life, send pictures. We love seeing your furry friends, but also we love seeing what's going on in your garden because we get tips and hints and...
Yeah, and we're just seeing so many weird things going on in your garden. Like the plants have forgotten it's autumn.
Yeah.
They're just thinking it's still July and just flowering their socks off still, which is amazing.
All right, yeah, so send us your pictures. If you've got any questions or comments or, you want to know anything or you want some suggestions, you can ask your questions in the emails, but you can also do that via the chat. We are broadcasting via our website, we are broadcasting on YouTube, and we're broadcasting on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube, you can join in the comments. We've got a lovely little gardening community going on. They've all made friends with each other, so drop into the chat and make friends with them as well. Right, we do have a few things to tell you. So how do I get savings, Adam?
Well, you need to enter our offer code, which is going to, there you go, YGTV 4525, 45 weeks into the year already.
I know.
It's like frightening. So
it's nearly Christmas.
Yeah, enter that code. That will give you the free shipping, and also when we have things like double ups, when we have buy one get one free, all those kind of things will come into place when you enter that little magic key there.
There you go. So if you are shopping the website, there are postage costs attached, but everything that we've selected for the show today will have that free postage as long as you enter the code. And by the way, you can shop ahead of us. You can go to the website, which is where you place your orders, YouGarden.com. If you press on the Live Now button, the YGTV bit, and you scroll down, you'll be able to see all of the items that have been selected for the show today, and those are all the items that have got the free postage attached. So we will not get through everything today. We are here for 2 whole hours, but there are so many items we won't get through them all. So if you want to have a little look ahead, please do so. And if you want to know about something that maybe we're not showing, of course, just ask us the question. We're here every Thursday and Sunday, by the way, so we'll be back on Sunday. Anything we don't get to show you today, we will show you on Sunday. Loads of bulbs, loads of offers for you, lots of perennials, some pots and containers and things as well. And what we bring you in the potting shed, we don't bring you stuff that you shouldn't be doing in your garden at the moment, do we? We wouldn't do that.
No, I mean, everything we show you, especially this time of year, you can plant now. I mean, we've got bulbs that need to go in the ground now. We've got shrubs and roses that need to go in the ground now. So yeah, and we bring you kind of things. Well, we've got a beautiful perennial collection, 12 fantastic 9cm perennials that you can plant now. They'll get established and they'll grow away next year beautifully.
There you go. So everything we were showing you is either going to look good in your garden right now, or you should be planting in your garden right now. We are starting with bare roots. Yay! Bare roots are starting to land in the business, which is exciting. We're in bare root planting season, October right the way through to end of March.
Yeah, definitely.
Bare root planting season, so you can get these planted. We have got our bare roots, and these are the standard roses. Did I happen to pick up the red? No, I picked up the pink. Anyway, they all look the same. This one is the patio standard red rose. It's the bare root with the 40cm stem here. It's £16.99 at the moment. I want you to hold off. If you're interested in getting these, don't order yet because we've got a few things to show you. We have got the red, we have got yellow, we have got pink, and we have also got white. So we've got 4 different options for you. If it's just one that you want to go for, then we've got a great price on those, £16.99. However, a lot of people go for all 4 of these, and this is where the best saving and the best value is, isn't it? Oh my word, it's £25.47 your discount club price. You are saving £50. £50.
4 for £25.47 discount club price. That's mind blowing. I mean,
that's what £6 and 40 something pence each, something like that. That is amazing value. Tell us about these then, Adam. Tell us about bare roots first of all.
Well, just think about that. I mean, you can't even buy a bunch of roses for like £6.
Absolutely not.
So yeah, what you've got here, you've got these standard roses that are going to flower for you year after year after year. They're called half standards, these ones, which are much better than the old-fashioned, really tall standards because they need lots of staking and they look a bit sort of gawky and leggy. But these look beautiful. And what you're going to get with these, you get that lovely upright stem, and then you're literally going to get like a bouquet of flowers on the top of that stem. Repeat flowering these as well. So they'll start flowering in June. After the first flush of flowers, you can do a little trim over, you can do a little bit of deadheading, and then they'll keep flowering in flushes for you all the way from June. And in fact, if it's anything like this year, they'll still be flowering a little bit now almost.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
Some of the growers this year have been getting a little bit kind of stressy about lifting out bare root roses because they've just been waiting for them to stop growing. But finally, they are going dormant now. So that means these roses can be lifted from the field, and buying them bare root is such a brilliant way to do it because they're dormant. They don't know they've been lifted out the ground. When you get them home, you soak those roots overnight, plant them. The roots will actually establish a little bit into the soil before the winter properly sets in, and next year they will grow away, and these will flower for you in 2026.
They absolutely will.
Yeah.
I planted these a few years ago, and I was absolutely... I'll get my video out for you later on when we come back to them. I was blown away with how many roses I got in the first year.
You will.
There were hundreds of them.
Yeah, guaranteed. Yeah, there is no way that these roses will not flower for you in 2026. And we've got this stunning range of colours here. And what you can see there, this is how they grow. They grow in this like spherical head full of beautiful buds, full of gorgeous blossom in those 4 incredible colours. You can grow them in the ground if you want to, but they're also absolutely fabulous in containers. Water them, feed them if you're growing them in pots, and just enjoy these beautiful, stunning displays of roses for month after month after month.
And remember that it is bare root planting season right now, so a lot of people don't understand that you can be doing gardening at this time of year. I know a lot of you regulars, you already know this because you've been with us for such a long time now, but there are so many people that don't realise that you can be doing this gardening at the moment.
Well, I mean, traditionally, go back to kind of Edwardian Victorian times, I remember well. Traditionally, that was the start of the gardening year, not the end of the gardening year. I mean, that was long before we had garden centres and online places and so on. So, yeah, that was a time where they used to lift things, transplant things. That was a time where they would plant all their fruit trees, their roses, their shrubs. And the reason being back then, and it still applies today, is because the summer has warmed the soil up, so the soil is lovely and warm. You get the autumn rains that make the soil nice and damp. Put those two together, warm, damp soil is just awesome for root production. So you get those plants established in the autumn while the sun level is nice and low. They're not sort of losing moisture through the leaves while they're trying to produce roots. So come the spring, they've got the root situation sorted out. All they need to think about then is the shoot situation on the top. They're not trying to do 2 things at once. And if you wait until next year and you go out and you want 4 of these roses growing on in a pot, you could be paying £100. I'm not exaggerating, £100 for 4 of these roses. They'd be 25, even 30 quid each.
Yeah, I think you're
£120.
You're being conservative, absolutely, and that's fine. Be conservative, but you can see the massive saving that we're getting for you here.
Colossal.
And it's so easy to plant and grow. £50 saving. All you've got to do is use that code YGTV4525. You will also get your free postage as well. So £25.47 is your delivered price if you're a club member. If you're wondering what this club is, you can join the club on your first order. It costs you £10 to join the club. It costs you £10 to join the club, and that is a one-off cost for 12 months of membership. And that's how you get your saving. It's 15% off your plants, your accessories, your pots, your compost. All of that allows you to get that £15 saving, but you will also get some vouchers, £20 worth of vouchers to spend, plus a couple of free postage vouchers, so that if you are shopping the website where there is postage attached, you can get those savings as well. So it's a really good club to be a member of, particularly on this item. What we're saving, over £4 on that item, isn't it? Just by being a member of the club on that particular item there. That's paid for half of your club membership nearly already, hasn't it? Now, if you're looking for things to plant them in, pots and containers are absolutely fine. They can go in the ground, but pots and containers is perfect as well. We do have the nesting pots, the heavy duty ones here for you. Now you're actually getting 5 pots in 3 different sizes. So you're going to get 3 of the 30 litres, 1 of the 35 and 1 of the 50 litres. This is one of the most popular items that we're doing at this time of year. I think it's because people are moving plants around a lot.
Absolutely. I was doing that. I've been gardening at home the last couple of days. I've been moving things, transplanting things. I've been putting some things in big pots because I'm not sure where I want them to be until next spring. But these are fantastic. You've got drainage holes in the bottom. there, which is good, and you've got your drainage holes in the side as well, which is good. Because pots like this, because these are big chunky pots, chances are once you planted something in these, you're going to leave it pretty much in situ. You're not going to move it about. And there's a possibility those lower holes in time could get blocked, but these never will. So if we get a really wet winter, and we do need one, the pots won't get waterlogged, it won't rot off the roots. These are UV stable. These are never going to become brittle. I've actually gone to gardens before that have been left for a long, long time, and I've gone to tidy them up, and quite often you have like a row of pots outside the back door, and you go to pick them up, and they just shatter and fall apart where they've been dried out by the sun. It won't happen with these. Obviously, these are frost resistant, but watch my knuckles. I'll show you how strong these are. So if I pull these, I mean, like white knuckles there, you cannot pull these handles off. These are so, so strong, these pots. I mean, you can really give these pots some really bad treatment, and they don't split, they don't crack. They're not that kind of brittle plastic. And as Beck said, 3 different sizes. You've got your 30 litre, you've got your 35 litre, and at the bottom you've got your whopping great big 50 litre. So there isn't anything on the show today that we have not got a pot for.
Absolutely, 100%. I've got so many of those pots in my garden. I absolutely adore them. We admit they're not the most decorative of pots, but they are incredibly useful, and they're true workhorses, aren't they?
Well, we use them at work for mulching. When we do planting schemes sometimes, some people want bark mulch between their plants, some people want gravel, and you can't just push the wheelbarrow between all those plants because you just mash all the soil up, you damage the plants. We fill these up with gravel or mulch, and then we walk in between the plants and very, very easily just distribute that mulch and gravel. You can if I can say it, you can decant your compost into these. You can go around putting your deadheadings in these. You can harvest your potatoes in these. You can even, if you've got a log burner, you could fiddle these up with logs, sit them outside your back door, just put a plastic sheet over the top, and then, you know, when you run out of logs, you don't need to go down the end of the garden in all the pouring rain and dark and cold. Just open your back door, pick up a pot of these, and you've got more logs. So oodles of things you can use these for.
So many uses, honestly. Loads of people are going to find different uses for them. Traditionally a planting pot, but you will find lots of others. 130681 is the item number, £2 saving and free postage as long as you use the code YGTV4525. We will show you the website a little bit later on and show you the journey for placing an order if you're brand new to us. Come on over, because this is another popular item at the moment. This is our premium professional compost. Everybody who watches us regularly becomes compost snobs. We're very proud of that fact. Thank you very much for being a compost snob. Very important to become a compost snob, isn't it?
It is definitely important. I'm definitely a compost snob, and I'm a bit of a nervous, kind of jittery compost snob at the moment, because that big delivery I kept telling you about, I've just got one bag left at the moment.
No.
Yeah, and it's not gonna suffice. So I'm gonna get more ordered because I've still got areas of soil I need to improve, and that's what I've been using it for primarily. Got a new bit of garden, and where we are, we've got very sandy soil, which is nice, drains very well, but yeah, there's no body to it. So I've been digging this compost into the soil, improving the soil. You can grow your house plants in this. You can grow your fruit, your vegetables, anything. Basically, if it's green and it grows, you can use this. It's peat reduced. It has been peat reduced for a long time. Some of the peat we use is even from renewable sources, using sphagnum moss. There's a slow release fertiliser. You'll see lots of these little beads in here, different coloured beads, and they will break down over 6 months, feed your plant over a long period of time. And what Bex is showing you there, the way Bex is picking this up and it's falling apart, that is that composted wood fibre. That's making this really open and airy. It means that air can get to the roots, the waters can percolate through, and those tiny roots, whether it's seeds, cuttings, plug plants, whatever, they can actually penetrate down into this compost, get themselves established, and you end up with that fantastic root system in that picture there next to Bex, rather than that Weasley root system you get with inferior composts. Honestly, once you've tried this, you'll be absolutely blown away. And you know, I can testify to this personally, because anything that I put in a pot, I was away in Scotland a few weeks ago, and I bought some plants at a nursery while I was in Scotland, and then I got them home, I potted them on into some bigger pots, popped them in my greenhouse, and Bex, within about 5 or 6 days, I just gently pulled that plant upwards, and already there was resistance.
Yeah.
It already rooted into this compost. Plants just want to grow in this, and it's delivered to your door in these white bags, in a cardboard box. So none of the stress or hassle. I went to a garden centre near me recently, and all the big bales of compost, the pallets of compost were near a big line of trees, and they're all covered in dead, soggy leaves. They were wet, they were dirty, and it's like you don't want to put those in the back of your car, do you? And you get it all down the front of you, and no hassle with us. We deliver it straight to your door. It's our most 5-star rated, reviewed, revered product. And if you've never used it before, talk to somebody else in the chat, because loads of people watching now have used it, and they'll tell you the results they've had from this. Yeah,
for every type of gardener, for every type of garden, you absolutely need to be using the best compost to get the best results, and this is the best. We know that. We've been selling this for many years, over 15 years, and it's the highest rated, highest selling products that we bring you here at YouGarden. It's 100125. You're going to get 100 litres. Of course, you can multi-order. You can get 200, 300, 400 litres delivered direct to your door for £21.23 for the 100 litres and free postage. As Adam said, it's so much easier getting it delivered direct to your door than having to go and shop for it. So 100125. Get stocked up, ready for planting your bare roots and finishing off your bulb planting as well this season. Right, we're bringing you over to the favourites table. Now, we've only got 4 items on the favourites table this week, and that's because one of our items is taking up the space of 2 items, and that is our Lucky Dip Perennial Collection. You are going to get 12 amazing perennials here. Now, it's Lucky Dip because we can't guarantee exactly what you're going to get. What we do know is that we've got, it's over 20, isn't it, in the selection of perennials, and they are all fabulous perennials.
They are fabulous perennials, and they're big. I mean, some of these you would see in a garden centre in a 2-litre pot for perhaps £8–9 each. You know, we're sending out, for instance, I'll show you when we come back in, we've got a little penstemon in it. Well, it's not little, it's actually huge. I've got a penstemon in my hand here that in a 2-litre pot, that would easily be sort of £9, but we're actually sending out these incredible plants. Look at this. I mean, this is whopping great big plant. This could be one in your mix. And of course, they're going to have that incredible root system because they're so well established. I mean, the value on this is phenomenal. You don't need to go out and buy individual plants like this in 2-litre pots and pay £8–9 a time. Order these, get them home, plant them. They're established now. It's
£1.77 per pot.
Bex, come on.
£1.77. If you're a club member, that is.
£1.77?
Yeah.
Or you could even go even more bonkers than that, because you might have one of those £5 vouchers you want to redeem.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the vouchers for being a club member.
Yeah, you could knock another £5 off. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I'm going to say it's probably impossible to find anywhere else today where you can find this many plants this good for that price, delivered to your door free of charge.
There's things like Echinacea, Rudbeckia, we've got Verbena bonariensis, there's Coreopsis, there's the wonderful Eryngium, the Blue Hobbit, which I absolutely adore. There's so many amazing varieties. There's Geums included in there. So, as I said, I can't guarantee exactly what you're going to get, but I think it's really exciting to get that home. They are all labelled, so you'll know exactly what you've got. You'll take them out and you'll have a look at the side and you'll go, oh, look, this is the Coreopsis moonbeam, and then you can work out where you're going to plant that. The majority, pretty much everything that we send out within there could be grown in a pot or a container. Yeah. I mean, even Verbena bonariensis could be grown in a large container. So if you're a container gardener, please don't think that this item isn't for you. Of course, it's perfectly at home in borders, but it will also work in pots and containers as well. And you're going to get different flowering seasons, different heights, different shapes, different foliage sizes. It's one of our favourite items that we bring you just because the variety that you will get from this. It's 560529. You are saving £5 by using that code, and of course you are going to get free postage on there. If you order one of these, you'll get 12 different pots. If you order 2, you might get some duplicates in there. I can't guarantee you'll get 24 completely separate different plants, but if it's one order, you should get 12 completely different plants in there, okay? So 560529 is the item number if you'd like to go for that one. Next up, we've got for you the complete allium collection. In here, you're going to get 7 different varieties of alliums, and alliums are one of my favourite bulbs.
Alliums are so easy. All they ask of you, alliums, they don't even need rich soil. All they like is 2 things. They like good drainage and they like a sunny position. And other than that, they will grow and they will come back year after year. This is Nectaroscordum. This is one of those in the collection for you. This is your Christophii. guy with the sort of much kind of bigger flowers. And you're getting a collection of here, the molly, they're probably the earliest to flower. They can sort of flower about April time into May. And then you've got, this is the allium, this is the Niger, isn't it?
Niger.
Yeah, and this is the drumstick one.
Spherocephalons.
Yeah, now these can keep flowering all the way up until August.
They can.
Yeah, this is your Neapolitan. So you've got such a huge range here. So you've got colour from these. You've got your Purple Sensation for month after month after month. These ones flower classically around about the Chelsea Flower Show time, which is why you see them quite often at the Chelsea Flower Show. They're really, really good quality bulbs. They're all individually packaged in their separate bags, within the great big bag they come in as well. Nice firm bulbs as well, no squidges, no smellies. Well, apart from they smell a bit oniony, which is quite nice actually.
Alliums are part of the onion family.
Part of the onion family, but really good quality bulbs. And these bulbs will flower for you in 2026. In the middle of those bulbs, each one, there's already a little embryonic flower in the middle. All you've got to do is plant them somewhere sunny and well drained. It could be in the ground, it could be in pots or containers, and alliums will multiply. So the drumstick ones, for example, you might, if you put a dozen of those in, 3 or 4 years down the line, you could have like 20, 30, 40 kind of new plants develop. And the great thing about alliums as well, the foliage dies down very quickly after they've flowered. So you don't have to sort of wait months and months for the foliage to die down. But don't rush to remove the flower heads either, because they, even when they lose their colour, they still look very structural in the garden, and you can even use them for dried flowers.
630126 is the item number. You're going to get those 7 different varieties, 100 bulbs in total, and it's not too late to plant your bulbs. Actually, November is the perfect time. I haven't planted a single bulb yet.
Me neither.
I just
not
haven't.
In the ground. I've done some Lasagna planting.
Yeah.
But I've got a big tray of them in the garage, just all sitting there, and I think
I've got them all in a bag in the
I
shed, ready to go. But I never plant them that early. Just because I'm lazy. It has to be like at the last possible moment. But yeah, November is the perfect time. You've still got several weeks to be able to plant all your bulbs out. So now is the perfect time to be getting hold of any bulbs. Perhaps you've already done some bulb planting, but you've got a few pots left over, or maybe some areas where you're thinking I could do with a few more bulbs in there. Absolutely, you can still get them in the ground. 630126 is the item number to go for those. You're going to get your £5 saving there, and it's £12.74 for that particular item. Next up, we've got the Sarcococca. This is the Winter Gem or Christmas Box or Sweet Box. This is a fabulous plant, one that you and I both have. I know Sean's got this one as well. I love it because it is one of the most versatile, easy, but fragrant plants.
Day before yesterday, I planted one of these in my garden.
Yay.
Little border just outside my back door. I've got all my winter flowering things. I've got Daphne, I've got witch hazel, I've got this, I've got a camellia yuletide, and this is one of those plants that's going to bring you joy at that time of year. And that's why I planted them right outside our patio doors, because this is going to bring colour in the middle of winter, but more importantly, the fragrance from this. This is one of the most exquisitely, sweetly scented shrubs you can ever grow in your garden. And when we think of scent in the garden, quite often we think of warm summer days, don't we? We think of jasmine and all those kind of things on those warm summer nights, flowering away, giving us fragrance. Well, this can get through bitterly cold, stupid, frosty nights. But the following day, you can step out in your garden. It might only get up to 3 or 4 degrees, but this will create fragrance for you, even during those times of year. Evergreen foliage, so even when it's finished flowering, you've always got these super glossy leaves. It's a great plant for full shade or part shade. I've only ever seen these get to about very, very maximum 75 centimetres tall, perhaps a metre in very, very extreme cases. They form like a little clump. But the fragrance for week after week after week, the plant will arrive to you covered in buds. All of ours have got buds. You can see lots.
There's so many of them as well.
All down the stem.
You see all of those down there. Each one of those becomes one of those little flowers, and that's what gives off the most powerful scent. One thing we should tell you about this is that it's a very, did you say it already, a shade-tolerant plant? Yeah,
it's really, really good for shade.
Massively shade-tolerant plant, and it can grow in full sun. I used to have one in a pot that was on my sort of southwest-facing patio, and it grew beautifully there. But then I was like, actually, this likes shade as well. I've got shady spots, so it's gone into the more shady border in the garden, and it looks fabulous there. And after I've planted it, I haven't had to do anything to it. I just leave it alone. Funny story, though. This was was in a pot next to my bay plant.
Okay.
And I was cooking one day and I sent my husband out to go and get a couple of bay leaves.
I know where this is going.
He's like, it's in the pot just outside, and he went and got them and he picked me 3 sarcococca leaves because they looked, admittedly, they look slightly similar.
Yeah, they're not a million miles
They're
away.
not a million. For somebody who doesn't know gardening, I can understand why he thought that was a bay leaf.
I'm just glad you did know gardening. To be honest, that's
It's
good.
like, no, sweet, I had to take him back outside. This one's the bay, that one's not the bay. Anyway, just a funny story for you. So that one is the Sarcococca hookeriana winter gem, it's called, in the 15cm pot. You're saving a couple of quid on that one. It's £15.29. If you get it now, you'll appreciate that fragrance. They're ready to burst open. Mine started flowering in January. I do think the buds form early on this. Not saying it won't come out in fragrance before then, but mine started flowering in January.
Yeah, and they keep going and going and going. And again, every year on the 6th of January, my husband and I, we go to a place called Anglesey Abbey, just outside Cambridge, and they've got a famous winter garden. And that time of year, they've got dozens of these, and you just walk along this winding path, and the fragrance is phenomenal. I mean, it is beautiful, and it's unexpected, because you think that time of year plants are going to be dormant. You think of fragrance being associated with summer and those warm days, but you can get evergreen, you can get fragrance, you can get colour, you can even get the odd pollinating insect turn up on those milder winter days. And this plant is tough. It doesn't care how cold it gets in the winter. It's not fussed about soil particularly, sun or shade. And you'll have this for year after year after year, and you never need to do anything with it. It doesn't need pruning, doesn't need deadheading. Just plant it, love it, leave it. That's all you've got to do.
There you go. Make sure you use your offer code to get your free postage and your saving. 510563 is the item number. Love that one. It's a really awesome one. We've got a new item for you here, which is the fragrant and magical Peony Collection, where you're actually going to get 4 bare roots. So 4 peony bushes you can be growing from this. 2 each of the colours that you're looking at here, and you have, it is beautiful, isn't it? Peonies are absolutely gorgeous, and they have that gorgeous fragrance as well. Just to clarify the details there, it's 4 bare roots. You're getting 2 of Eden's perfume and 2 of Red Magic. It's 4 in total, and a £7, £15.29 club members for 4 peonies. And these live for decades, don't they?
Yeah, peonies can live 50, 60 years, even longer. And the great thing about peonies as well is this is a good way, again, go for bare root, because peonies could be quite expensive. You could, in the summertime or in the spring, go to buy these pot grown and you could pay £15 per plant. Don't bother doing that. Get these home, and you've got 2 options. Plant them directly in the ground if you want to. Put a bamboo caning next to them so you know exactly where you put them, and plant them just below ground level, 4-5 centimetres max, no deeper, or plant them in pots the same depth. Just put the pots somewhere out the way for the winter, a little bit sheltered where they're not going to freeze solid. Grow them on in the spring, and then once you've got that lovely fibrous root system, then plant them where you want them to be. And there's a saying about peonies, which is a load of old tripe. They say if you move a peony, it won't flower for 7 years. That's rubbish, because I've moved loads of peonies, and quite often they've flowered the following year. There is a chance that these may flower for you next year, but if they don't next year, the year after that, they will flower, and you can end up with up to 12 stems per plant once it matures, and you can have like almost 12 flowers per stem. So you can get masses of peony flowers on one plant, and these are fragrant. They're about 75 centimetres tall. They're hardy. They grow in shade, part shade or sun. Make lovely, lovely cut flowers, and they're just adorable.
They're petalicious as well, aren't they? Look at those.
Look at that.
The trick with your peonies is to not plant them too deep. So the eyes, which are these bits here, these pink shoots, the buds that you can see on there, they just want to be, 2 to 3 centimetres below the soil surface, no deeper than that. Anybody that's coming in saying, I've got a peony and all I've got is foliage, I haven't got flowers, it's going to be because they're planted too deep. It's really important. Keep them planted shallow. So it's the eyes that you're looking for, and those need to be be about 2 to 3 centimetres below the soil surface, so no deeper than I'm showing you there, basically.
And there is a chance that could flower. So if you think about that, what we've done is we've lifted up a whole big chunky peony root, and we've divided it up for you in sections to give you these individual bare roots. Well, if we'd have left that plant where it is, those same roots would have probably produced flowers in 2026 anyway.
Yeah.
So all we've done, we've just taken a section of that root with one of those big fat buds on it, and chances are one of those already has a little flower bud ready for 2026. So yeah, I'm not going to guarantee yours will flower next year.
I mean, look at the size of that one, for example.
I think if we snap that bud off and cut it in half, well, not that we're going to do that, you'd see in the middle of it at the base, I'm pretty sure you'd see a tiny little flower bud. So you may even get the odd flower in 2026, but for years after that, I mean, peonies outlive us generally. They're so long-lived.
Well, you anyway. 580076 is the item number if you want to go for that. The Fragrant Magical Peony Collection. You will get 4 bare roots. That's 2 of Eden's Perfume and 2 of Red Magic. You are saving £7, and it's £15.29, your discount club price on that one. We need to give you a reminder of the patio standards. You're going to get 4, or well, you could get 1 if you want to. We've got pink, red, white and yellow available. So if you want to get them individually, they are available. But what were they, £16 each or something? £16 in the club, whereas if you get all 4 of them together, we're actually doing an amazing deal for you. You can get all 4 for £25.47 and no postage. All you've got to do is enter that code YGTV 4525. This is what your bare root looks like. Now these are grafted, aren't they?
Yeah, they're grafted on the top there. So basically what they've done is they've taken a nice upright stem, and this will be from a different kind of rose, and then they're sort of budded or grafted on top. And that stem will always stay that height.
It won't get any taller.
No.
Again, I can testify to this. I've had some of these for 3 or 4 years in my garden. They are no taller.
And I mean, it'll get wider.
The top's got bigger.
Yeah, but the stem will, the girth will increase on the stem,
yep.
But the height won't. But the top is where all the growth happens, and these will definitely flower next year. There's no doubt about it, because these are mature plants. They've really got lots and lots of stems on there. And what's the nice thing about this one, and all of them, to be fair, when you look at this, look how kind of nicely branched this is. So if you think about next spring, when these start to shoot, you are going to get that lovely sort of ball shape of colour on there. If you wanted to, you could even sort of trim these round a little bit more and make them even more even if you wanted, because you can prune roses this time of year or going into spring. Plant them in the ground, plant them in pots or containers, give them a good soak overnight before you plant them, and then plant them basically so the root is just below sort of where the base of the stem comes through. Put them in pots, put them in containers, put them in the ground, and next year you'll have the most amazing flowers. You'll have those pinks, the yellows, the reds, the whites, and they'll keep repeat flowering for you all the way through the summer up until autumn.
Right, I found my pictures. Hold on. So I got these. There they are, planted 8th of February. It was 2023. There you go. Not quite as long as I thought, but planted them February 2023. This is the next video I've got, which was 18th of May 2023. So bearing in mind I planted them in February. Look at what's happening in May. Can you see how many buds are on that plant? Look
at that, smothered, but absolutely smothered.
Bud. If I scroll,
dozens of buds.
Ignore that video. There we have June, same year, 2023. That's the same plant I was just showing you. The flowers are starting to open up, but there's still bud after bud after bud on there. This is June again.
And look at the foliage as well.
There you go.
Beautiful, healthy, glossy foliage on those. And this is where sometimes it takes a leap of faith when you talk about bare root, because for a lot of people, you look at a bare root plant and it's counterintuitive. You think, well, how can you get from a bare root to that? How can that happen? But you can do that. Or, alternatively, you could go off to a garden centre in March and you could buy one of those roses in a pot and perhaps pay 30 quid for one single plant.
Absolutely.
But you don't need to do that. You can save huge amounts of money, and you can plant those roses now, get them established now. And what Bex has just shown you there is living proof that bare roots will work.
Yeah, so I planted February, and then by June, covered in flower. So 5 months later, absolutely covered in flower, and that's what will happen with these as well. Genuinely, they're beautiful. I have lost one. and I'll tell you why I lost it. I pruned it too hard in the first year.
Oh, right.
So that first year, I really went too hard on the pruning. So just go easy on your pruning in the first year, because I couldn't make it recover after that. But then after that, no problem whatsoever. And I've still got them now. They're still looking beautiful.
And they're just so elegant. There's something nice about the way that they're kind of raised up on that lovely straight stem. It gives them that nice sort of height. Just the perfect height to bend down, kind of enjoy the fragrance. A beautiful picture there, that pink one in a pot. And of course, when they flower, and if you've got them in pots, you can bring those pots right up onto your patio, outside your patio doors, either side of your front door, your back door. You can just have those flowers where you want them. And then in between, when they're not flowering, you can just move them off into another part of the garden. If you are going to grow them in pots or containers, keep them very well watered and feed them regularly. Roses like a good feed, so use something like Blooming Fast, feed sort of fortnightly in the growing season, and just enjoy for many, many years these incredible displays of sort of perfectly formed but smaller rose flowers as well. There's just something, excuse me, really elegant about this amount of flowers, and how sort of, as Bex says, how petalicious they are, with those deep, deep, deep kind of layers of petals on each flower colour.
530199, £50 saving! If you haven't got the rose patio standards already, now is definitely the time, because we've got this huge saving on here. £25.47. You'll get all four, the 4 different colours, the red, the yellow, the pink, the white. What a wonderful gift as well, I think, to give to somebody, maybe as the bare root, or maybe pot them up and give them as a gift. Entirely up to you, obviously. 530199 is the item number. It's a huge saving on that one. I'm going to do some emails, Matt. You told me to pick up the iPad, so I'm assuming so. Ali G, good morning to you. She says a few photos taken on Wednesday of things looking good in our garden. Just got to press the button so I can actually show the pictures. Hold on. Come on, technology. Yes, let's go. The hellebor's just been delivered with a flower on. The delphinium's looking good. The spider japonica, new to this one, are the new leaves forming, and the crocus that I've just planted. The crocus. I don't know what that means, but oh, crocus. It'll be crocus. Slightly blurry picture, but yes, you can see she's got the Christmas rose, the beautiful hellebore, flowers forming on there. Next up, we have got the Fatsia. Yes, you've got new, well, you've got buds coming through. Those are the flower buds that you've got coming up there. So those are going to open up into those amazing globe-shaped flowers.
Got those flowering in my own garden. Mine are flowering at the moment.
Yeah, mine is starting to open up now as well.
The weird thing you said just now as well, the delphiniums are looking really good.
Honestly, I'll show you that. It's on the next picture. She's got a crocus sativas flowering.
Welcome to the Saffron Club.
There you go. You're in the Saffron Club, Ali G. You'll be, you know, retiring, making money before you know it.
You'll be in that 15-bedroom house soon.
We'll be joking, aren't we, about that? And there's the delphiniums.
I mean, this is.
They shouldn't be flowering.
The world's gone bonkers. I mean, look at the tree behind. The tree behind is turning yellow, dropping its leaves, and the delphiniums are saying, you know what? Halloween's gone. Guy Fawkes is gone. I'm going to flower and look really good. Really?
Ken sent us some pictures. Geordie Ken, he calls himself. He says, morning to all at YGTV. I thought I'd said something different. A couple of houseplants. They must be about 15 to 20 years old. Here we go.
It's our Christmas cactus.
Oh, my word. Look at that.
That is... because you've got a white one. Oh, I'm severely envious now. I need a cutting.
Unusual. I
need a cutting.
I need a cutting.
Because you always see the pink ones, but you very seldom see the red and the white ones.
There you go.
And they are looking stunning.
Aren't they just? Love it. Thank you, Ken. Penny. Yes, we've got to Penny's email as well. Good morning, team. So here she is, our new addition. Meet 8-week-old Peggy and recently groomed Daisy, now 18 months old. She has got her hands full, but here we go. Here's Peggy. Oh, oh, she's so cute.
Oh, look at you just want to pick her up and give her a big cuddle, don't you?
Do they get on really well?
Oh, look at that face.
Hello, Peggy.
I love the smell of puppies as well.
Puppies they smell like digestive biscuits.
Oh, they're lovely, aren't they?
They do, they smell like digestive biscuits.
And when you cuddle a puppy, it just makes you feel so good.
Oh, you're going to playing together.
And their little eyes look at you. Oh, that's so nice.
That's it, Penny. You've got to show Peggy you've got to show her what to do.
Oh, that's lovely. That's such a lovely picture.
I'm calling the dog Penny, and it's Penny's the owner. Ignore me. Daisy, sorry.
Penny and Peggy.
Daisy has got to show Peggy what to do. Right, one more, but I've got so many to do. I'm just going to work in order. Tony will get to your question. Stu sent in some pictures. Mauricia sent in a couple, but here's the first one from Mauricia, which is potato vine budding and flowering again. Crazy. Yeah, do you know what? One of those is budding and flowering. It's coming through from my neighbour's garden. But yeah, flowers coming through from under the fence.
It feels more and more like we're living in the Mediterranean these days in the UK than kind of in the UK, because things now are just flowering so late into the season. But, I mean, apart from sort of certain areas of Scotland, we've not had any decent frost yet, have we? So, you know, with temperatures at the moment of 17, 18 degrees, 12 degrees at night, those things are just going to keep going.
We're just going to do Mauricia's other email, and then Stu and Tony will do yours in a little while. So seedlings coming on from the Nemesias planted this year, 2025. Oh, load. So there we go. Oh, all the seedlings. There's quite a few in there, isn't there?
You've got some potting on to do there.
Yeah, haven't you, Just? You've got some, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'd say you could start your own little Nemesia nursery in the spring.
Absolutely, love it.
Probably got a couple of 200 or 300 there all in all.
Well done, Mauricia. It's looking very good. Thank you for your pictures, everybody. If you want to send some more, we will be able to show some more. We've still got an hour and 20 minutes with you, so ygtv@yougarden.com is where you send your emails to. And Tony said pictures and questions, so I'll make sure that we get to that one for you, Tony. Let's remind you, we've got the roses for you. You can go for the Rose Patio Standard Collection, where you're going to get 4 bare roots, the red, the yellow, the pink, the white, 530199, £50 saving, free postage as long as you use that code. Told me to go quick, and then he's not got the next one ready. Right, we've got the peonies for you next. The Fragrant Magical Peony Collection, 4 bare roots. You'll get 2 of the Eden's perfume, 2 of the Red Magic, £7 saving. Your discount club price is £15.29. A very long-lived perennial plant. Just don't plant it too deep, and you'll get those gorgeous flowers. The Sarcococca is going to bring you also fragrance into your garden, but this will happen at the early part of the year. I mean, maybe even in December. It's known as Christmas box, sweet box, because it can be flowering, you know, in December time. Mine normally starts flowering in January, but it's slightly different, obviously, in different gardens and different parts of the country. They are budding up now. They are ready to bloom, so they could be blooming very soon and providing that very sweet, delicious, rich vanilla scent into your garden. Comes in the 15-centimetre pot. You are getting a couple of pounds saving, and of course, you will get free postage using the code YGTV4525. Allium collection. Now this is a bumper bag of alliums. There are 100 bulbs across 7 different varieties. They're all individually packaged. We haven't put a load of bulbs all in together, so you will get the different varieties separately packaged. These are perennial plants. They're architectural. They're really, really beautiful. At home, I always say in a cottage garden, but I think also if you're looking for a more contemporary feel in your garden, they work really nicely, particularly the, you know, the purple sensation, the balls of purple flowers. 630126 is the item number for 100 bulbs, saving £5. £12.74 is your discount club price on that one. The Lucky Dip Perennials is also, oh my word, amazing value for money that you're getting here today on YouGarden. 12 of the 9-centimetre pots included here. It was £1.77 per pot as a club member. So just think about that. A 9-centimetre perennial plant could be a Rudbeckia, a Geum, a Poppy, a Verbena bonariensis. It could be the Coreopsis. You know, there's the range that we have in the perennial collection is unbelievable. Where are you going to go to get one of those for £1.77? This is where the value really comes in with shopping on YGTV. Plus, they will get delivered to your door with no postage, and they are labelled, so you know exactly what you're getting. You're going to get months' worth of colour. They're going to go into slightly different areas of the garden. Some might be more suited to the shady parts. I know Aquilegia is part of the perennial collection, and that's a flower that loves to be in a shady spot. So you've got different areas of your garden covered, and pretty much every single one that we send you can be grown in a pot or a container. I'm going to say every one. Some of the pots might need to be a bit larger, but yes, they can all be grown in pots and containers. 560529 is the item number. £5 saving, taking that price down to £21.24. Oh, we're coming in. Hang on, I need a drink. Hello, everybody. Welcome to us here at YGTV.
It's a bit of a bushy zone, isn't it, over here?
It's always lovely to have your company. Thank you so much for joining us. We are here, by the way, twice a week. So we come in on a Thursday morning from 10 till 12, and we also do a Sunday morning slightly earlier from 9:30. That's when the live shows are, but you can watch them back anytime on Facebook, on YouTube, and on the website as well, actually. So if you need to catch up later on, if you're working, hello Neil, by the way. He always catches up later on, so a special hello to him. You can catch up later. It's nice to have you here live, obviously, because you can join in the chat and say hello. Do you know what I haven't done? I haven't even looked at YouTube at all yet. I will do that while Adam tells us about the Callistemon Red Rocket.
Red Rocket.
Red Rocket?
Red Rocket.
Are you being Mrs. Bouquet?
Yeah, I've gone all bouquet about it. Yeah, okay. Red Rocket, Callistemon. Look at this. This is lovely. I like the particular shape of this one as well. It's got a very kind of Mediterranean look to it. They're actually an Australian plant. Bottle brush is the common name for these. And you can see here the flowers on these. Magnificent flowers in the summertime. And this is a plant that will cope brilliantly well with drought once established. It wants a lovely, hot, sunny, sheltered, well-drained position. A great plant to grow in a container. If you plant it in the garden, you do need to give it some winter protection, though. It'll take a little bit of frost, but it won't take really, really severe frosts. Oh, actually, I'm just thinking about this.
What?
This one doesn't flower. This is the foliage, more foliage. We put the wrong...
Have I put the wrong thing up?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, yeah.
I've put the wrong picture up.
Yes, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, well,
that was me. That was totally me. Matt's giving us grief because he's like, I mean, so I'm sorry, gardeners, but who caught that? The non-gardener. Yes, you're right.
Well, actually, Bex and I did say this morning, let's do a little test for Matt.
Yeah, that's what we did, wasn't it?
Let's do a little test. It was a test. To see if he's on the ball.
It was a test.
And he's going to realise the picture doesn't match. And you did it. Well done.
You did it. Well done, Matt. Well done,
Matt. You got it. You
well
succeeded. So this is what it will turn into. So
sorry, everybody.
It's the foliage, the new foliage. Skip the flower thing. I mean, they can flower, but that's not what we're talking about. The foliage is incredible. So in the spring, mid to late spring, early summer, the new leaves come through. This incredible deep red colour. Almost looks like a kind of imitating like a red robin, like a photinia. It's got that really sort of blazing kind of red foliage.
I love this.
Evergreen as well, so all the year through it keeps its foliage, and the leaves are fragrant. So yeah, you've got that sort of menthol fragrance, which is very, very typical for Callistemons. Grow this in a pot in a really cold area, because then if we get sort of, get down to -3s, -4s, you can just pop it out the worst of the frost, until the weather warms up again, and sort of keep it on the drier side. In many, many parts of the UK, in milder areas, sort of, inner city areas, coastal areas, sort of really sheltered gardens, plant this right up against your house, south facing, west facing, lovely well-drained soil. And we'll get through year after year. Again, if it's a particularly cold winter, you might need to help it out, putting some fleece and stuff around it to help it through. But every spring, the new shoots will come through, and they'll give you those absolutely incredible sort of fiery red foliage colours. And then as the foliage matures, it gradually tones down to this lovely sort of glossy green colour. And these leaves are very rigid, and that's indicative of where it comes from, because these leaves are like that. So they're very drought tolerant. They don't lose moisture very easily. And this, I like just the shape of this particular one. It's got a very sort of, Mediterranean kind of shrubby look to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Love it.
680321 is the item number. It's only £16.99. Can we just show them the size of that again, please? Just because I want you to... Sorry, Matt. £16.99.
It's big.
Look at the size of the plant that you're going to be receiving, with no postage to pay as well. Just make sure you use the offer code, please, YGTV4525. Yes, it's half an Adam. Look at that.
Well,
you can also have half an Adam-sized Callistemon.
It's a little bit smaller than half an Adam. I'm not...
In the pot?
I'm not a borrower, but yeah, it's quite small. But I tell you, I mean, credit to Matt for passing that test.
Well done, Matt.
We'll set another one next week. We'll do another one next week, Bex. Yeah, he's good. He's
well
getting
done
there.
to you. All right, let's move on, shall we? We've got some grow your own for you now. Actually, we've got the wonderful Mojo Berry. This is the dwarf mulberry, and this has won awards.
It has, and it deserves to, because mulberries are normally huge, great big trees, really, really big. But this has been designed to only get to about 1.2 metres tall. And it actually says there, plant of the year. Chelsea Flower Show.
Don't give away the secrets.
Well, we can't remember everything. We're not robots, are we?
Don't give away the secrets. I mean, it's just amazing that I remembered that.
Plant of the Year, Chelsea Flower Show, 2017. Did you see that? She slapped me there. Look,
Matt does that as well. He gives away the secrets.
Shh. I need to report that to HR. So this is great. So it means even in a small space, in a pot or a container, you can grow your own super juicy mulberries, and this particular variety will fruit on old wood and new wood as well. So you haven't got to worry about, do I prune this wood, do I prune that wood? Don't do anything with it for the first 3 or 4 years. Just let it grow, let it mature. It will flower in the spring, the flowers will get pollinated, and you'll get these giant blackberry-looking fruit that are really sweet, really delicious. And I know that because customers' gardens that have got mulberry trees, I actually help myself to some of the fruit when they're ripe.
How naughty.
And they are lovely, really, really lovely. And they're not, you don't really see them in supermarkets, I think, because when they're fully ripe, they're very, very difficult to transport. Basically, by the time they've got to the supermarket, it'd be like a punnet of mush. But you can enjoy these perfectly ripe, pick them straight from the plant, eat them. You can eat them with ice cream, eat them on their own. You could cook with them if you want to. But this is on a kind of this is like a dwarf variety of mulberry. So it's not going to be like a huge, great big tree that you can dance around, as in the poem. But yeah, really, really good. And it fruits from kind of June all the way through to late summer.
310092 is the item number. A couple of quid taken off the price there. 11.04 your discount club price. How lovely to have a grow your own that traditionally gets really big, but now can be grown in modern gardens. Modern gardens being a little bit smaller than they used to be. 310092 the item number. Good morning to you all on YouTube. I'm sorry I didn't say this already, but hello to Neil, Mauricia, Stu's on there, Suzanne, Verna, Julia, Simon, Christine, Dingo, Leslie. Good morning to you all, and I did have a lovely holiday. Thank you very much, Simon. And Leslie wants to say thank you for the advice. No, hang on. No, Christine says thanks for the advice on planting the bare root. Also, Leslie says ordered the holly trees and the blackgrass and the white Christmas plant that you suggested on Sunday. They are on their way.
Oh, please, when you got that planted, please send us a picture. I'd love to see what that looks like when you've got it all planted up.
So hello to you all on YouTube. If you're on Facebook as well, good morning to you on Facebook. If you want to put any comments in there, we will obviously read all of those. Naomi's in there on Facebook. Anne is in there on Facebook as well. Oh, Naomi sent a picture, apparently. Hang on. Matt's going to take over the TV and show you the picture. It's coming. Hang on. We're loading. Tell us what it is then, Matt. Hang on.
Oh, the suspense.
Suspense. It's a dicentra, apparently. There we go. Oh, look at those flowers.
See, this is all wrong.
It's not. It shouldn't be flowering, should it?
No. 100 no's. No. Dicentra flowers in the spring.
Yeah.
May time.
Yep.
It's all going kaput.
Everything's gone wrong.
Well, I mean, it's nice though, isn't it?
It's lovely. Bonus flowers.
Yeah, flowers, and then it will flower again in May for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's just make the most of it, shall we?
Good. Yeah. Just go with.
All right.
Just go with.
All right, I'll go with.
Yeah, we'll just go with.
Shall we show him a cornice?
I'll show you my cornice if you like.
Okay, cornice night for you next.
What's particularly nice about this one is the dark foliage. Really, really, really dark coloured leaves. And it's enough on those plants.
I mean, look, it's a deciduous plant. Come on. OK, but it's got lovely, interesting dark stems on there as well. But you will have that dark foliage.
You will. So I need to get serious. The man in my ear is making me laugh today. So This is what the foliage looks like in summer, but we're in autumn now. I mean, I know we're seeing delphiniums flowering in November, and we're seeing dicentras flowering in November, but this is actually kind of stuck to the script, this plant, and it's realised it is November,
and it's dropped
its leaves. But in the spring and the summer, you'll get these incredible dark brown leaves with that sort of deep veining through the leaf as well. But then in the winter, it's not game over for this one, because the stems give incredible colour through the winter time. Midwinter, late winter, when those stems are wet and you get the low winter sun shining on them, they will glisten, they will really, really shine. So think about growing this plant with contrasting foliage. Why not plant these next to a Chinoisia Tonata Sundance, that's got lovely bright yellow evergreen foliage? Then, I think that's what they've done there. That looks like a Chinoisia behind. You
could underplant them with my favourites, the sedums.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
It'd be really good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the sedum atlantis.
Yeah.
That'd look nice. But also, when this plant loses its leaves in the winter, if you've got a contrasting shrub, evergreen shrub next to it, like a Chinoisia, then even the stems will be highlighted by the other plant. And you can leave these to grow to a couple of metres tall if you want to, but generally with dogwoods or cornus, you get the best coloured bark or stems in the winter from the newer stems. So what a lot of people tend to do is they wait until about end of March, April, they prune the dogwood right down by about 2/3. You can be quite brutal with them actually, and then they send up thumping great big new straight canes, which will have gorgeous foliage, but they'll give you the really fantastic colour for the following autumn and winter. They're tough, they're hardy, they're drought tolerant reasonably, and they will actually grow in very damp or even wet soils, cornus as well, that other plants won't tolerate.
Like clay?
Yeah, wet clay, they're fine. They don't care how cold it gets in the winter. They don't get pests or diseases. And they even flower. They have little kind of tiny flat heads of flower that can produce berries as well. Oh. But particular sort of USP for this one is that dark coloured leaf in the summer and then the lovely red stems in the winter.
511675 is your item number for that one. You're going to be doing a half-price deal on there if you use your code YGTV4525. We're going to take £15 off there. And then by being a club member, you save a further 15%, so it takes your price down to £12.72. Plus, you're not paying any postage. If you just order one item, no postage. If you order every item that we're bringing to you in the potting shed, no postage to pay. I'd love to do that one day. Buy every single item. That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
That'd be good. Can you imagine that turning up to your house?
That's what it's like being rich, isn't it? Just going, yeah, I'll have one of everything.
You just walk into a shop and say, have it all. Just have the whole lot.
Yeah. One day.
Because if you're super rich as well. Well, years ago, I was on a coach trip and we went down this road in London, going on a tangent now, and there was a row of shops there that ordinary people, you can't even walk in. They're not open to people like us. They're only open...
Open to the rich and famous, that's it?
Yeah, rich and famous. So you can't even go in them. And,
rude.
Yeah, and they only have like one famous person in there at a time. But then you're looking at a jacket in that shop that might be 25 grand, 30 grand, just for one jacket. So, yeah, they don't want us sort of grubby people in there, do they?
Don't want us touching it.
Touching stuff. It's like, oof, go away, you horrible common people.
All right, let's bring you over to some tete-a-tetes, shall we? We've got the ever-popular Narcissus, the tete-a-tetes.
Head-to-head.
Yeah, head-to-head. These are the dinky daffodils, but these are the elite dinky daffodils, aren't they?
They're elite dinky daffodils, and they flower very early in the year. They can be multi-headed, these ones as well, and they only get to about 7-8 inches tall. So these are very, very good daffodils to grow in exposed gardens, because sometimes, and I've seen it a lot over the years, when you grow the normal sort of daffodils in very windy exposed areas, then you get those March gales and they end up just getting snapped and blown over. These ones won't do that because they're nice and compact, and because they're compact they look really good in window boxes, hanging baskets even, pots, troughs, edge of raised beds. Plant these in lawns, sort of looking natural in lawns. They look really great then as well. You can plant these in kind of woodlandy sort of places. In fact, daffodils, pretty much anywhere. They'll divide, they'll multiply, they'll come back for you year after year after year, and all of those will flower. In fact, they're actually starting to shoot already. You can see little kind of shoots on some of them. So next spring, you'll have a sea of stunningly beautiful, pure yellow daffodils.
A big bag of tetes. Absolutely 100 of those. And they're big, actually. They're actually quite chunky bulbs that we're sending for tete-a-tetes.
Yeah, because there's no doubt that the size of those bulbs, in the middle of every single one of those bulbs, there's already a little flower bud just in there. All you've got to do is plant them, and as a rule of thumb, you want about 3 times as much soil above the bulb as the height of the bulb itself. So looking at those, I would say plant them about 3 inches deep, thereabouts. If you go a little bit deeper, honestly, it doesn't matter. Yeah,
you don't have to be too specific with tets, do you? 630091 is the item number. £12.74. 100 narcissus tete-a-tete. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Now's the perfect time to be planting your bulbs. Have you planted your bulbs, other than a couple of pots?
Only Lysania planting pots, yeah. Let's say they're all sitting in a big tray in the garage, all sitting upright with the labels to the front, so I know what I've got. And I keep walking. I will plant them. I will plant them. I will plant them.
I never plant bulbs before. Honestly, because I'm lazy. It has to be the last possible point before I have to do something. I don't know why. It's just the way I've always done things. Drove my mum mad. But yeah, November is an absolutely ideal time. So if you haven't planted your bulbs yet, don't panic. You've still got a few weeks. Loads of time left.
Right, so even if after Christmas, even early January, you could plant these.
I have planted in December and still got great results the next year. So don't panic. Get them planted. We're going to move on. Oh, it's Rose of the Week time. Hurrah! Brand new Rose of the Week for you. This is Rose Dame Deborah James for you. This is £15.29 in your club price, basically. What we do with our Rose of the Week is we bring you one of our stunning roses from YouGarden, from Harkness Roses, and we slash the price. Because we want to highlight all of the amazing roses that we've got here for you. So every week it changes on a Thursday, and this week's is Dame Deborah James.
Yeah, who was kind of very
sad story.
Yeah, sad story. Was it Bowel Baby? I think she was kind of her name was. Yeah, and she kind of raised awareness of bowel cancer. So this rose has been bred, named after her, which is fantastic. And I'll tell you what a beautiful rose to be named after. I mean, yeah, stunning, lovely lady, really inspirational. And this rose is inspirational as well. Only gets about 1 metre or so tall. It's got a medium fragrance, but look at the colour of this. It's got a lovely sort of creamy white colour to it. And the amount of petals in this, it's a really full-on rose. It's a floribunda rose as well. I love the little hint of pink in the middle there. So when we say floribunda rose, you'll get a lovely cluster of roses at the end of each stem, and it will repeat flower for you all the way through the summer. The way things are going at the moment, it could start flowering as early as late May into June, and then repeat flushes of flower all the way through October, possibly even into November. I mean, the roses we've got here, we don't do anything special with these. These have just literally sat outside in our 11-acre nursery, and this one, still bold as brass now with all the lovely shiny leaves, still looking good, and it's got very, very good disease resistance, this one. You can see, even in November, those leaves, I'm not seeing any black spot, I'm not seeing mildew, I'm not seeing rust. So you've got that vigour. The only thing you do need to do is when you plant it, make sure the little knuckly bit at the bottom is at least 1 inch, even 2 inches below the final soil level. Don't leave that proud of the soil like you see it in the pot at the moment. If you plant it below the soil level, that means the rose will get really well established and it will prevent suckers from growing from the rootstock.
There will be a donation on this one as well, by the way. £2.50 for every rose sold will be donated to charities that are working on bowel cancer research. So it's just a nice added, it's a lovely, nice added thing that you're doing if you do invest in this rose. You're not going to buy it unless you love it. And I think there's nothing... I'm going to do a double negative. There's nothing not to love on that particular rose, is there? A glorious colour, it'll work in every colour scheme, and you've got delightful fragrance, and they're so easy to look after.
Roses are simple.
So easy.
Full sun, part sun. This one you can even grow in a container if you wanted to. And if you bought the Cornus Nightfall, this would make a lovely contrasting plant next to it. Those lovely creamy white flowers against that dark foliage of Nightfall. That would work really, really lovely.
531041 is the item number. It's a £12 saving. It's £15.29, your discount club price. Anybody brand new who's going, what's this about a club? What is it? Well, let's show you.
If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the YouGarden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the YouGarden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member, and that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the YouGarden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club.
So there you go, it's really easy to join the club. You can join on your first order. You go to yougarden.com, put all the things in your basket that you want to buy, put your offer code in where it says, have you got an offer code? And then just below it, it says, do you want to save an extra amount of money? That will add the club into your basket for £10. You'll save money. It's a one-off cost. It's an amazing club. I'm a member, you're a member. We're all members of the club.
We need an updated tally of people in it as well.
Yeah, we kept saying over 45,000, but we've been saying that for 2 years.
50,000 easily now. Easily.
Good morning, Alice, who is in the chat now as well. No more questions in there, but it'd be lovely if you want to join in the chat on YouTube or on Facebook. Just jump in, say hello. It's lovely to hear from you. We're going to carry on, I think. Oh, where are we going to do these, Matt? I can do the emails. No, amazing. Right, we're going to show Stu's pictures. I'm not sure he's still in the chat with us anymore, but he has sent us some pictures of the things in his garden. So we've got... Oh, my word. Oh, you took over the feed, didn't you? Press the button. Wait for technology to do its thing. There we go. So, Stu's garden. I should say Stu's wife's garden, really, though.
Look at the chrysanthemums, they're nice.
They're looking amazing. I love chrysanthemums at this time of year.
Yay. They're great, aren't they? They're just...
is his ceanothus right there. There's his ceanothus standard in the background as well. Got his bamboo in a pot. Oh, lovely rose coming through.
Yes, November. I'll just keep flowering.
I'll just keep going.
I'll just
Why
keep
not?
going. Oh, nerines! Yay!
I love nerines. I wish I'd planted some nerines. Keep seeing them at the minute, and they are gorgeous.
You're like
really pretty.
I've got one white one. Oh, Nandina.
Finally got his firepower. He's been saying about that for ages. Finally got the firepower.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
That's better flowers than my one, that's for sure.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, that's really clustery.
Looking good, Stu. Oh, now spider plant outside.
Yes.
Why not? They can go outside, can't they?
They can live outside all year round.
Yeah.
Spider plants, spider plants, spider plants.
It does whatever a spider plant does. Typically a house plant, but yes, it can go outside as well. Oh, that's the end. There you go. You've seen all of Stu's garden. But we've also got Tony, who sent a message in saying, hi everyone, pictures of the view from my patio door. Still looks reasonable. I think it looks better than reasonable, Tony, but I'll take it. And the white flower should not be in full bloom now. I think it may be a parahebe. Don't know. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, it's still looking good. There's still plenty of colour going on there. That's lovely.
That's awesome.
Isn't it?
Absolutely awesome.
Gorgeous.
Look, the jasmine.
Winter flowering jasmine. Winter flowering
jasmine. They're going to have to start calling it late summer flowering jasmine soon, or early autumn flowering jasmine, because it's coming out so early. I think that could be...
I'm not sure. It gets blurry as I go in.
Yeah, it could be a parahebe.
Could be.
It's got parahebe. Yeah, I think it might be a parahebe. Look at the Gora next to it.
I know.
See, oh,
it's amazing, isn't it?
I know. It's a mad year, really,
Looking
really
good,
mad
Tony.
year.
Oh, Hazel, she says, I've sent this in before, but worth seeing again, how callistemon, different callistemon, but how it can grow in Spain. Yeah, these, I remember you sending this picture before. Those are callistemon on the streets in Spain. Look at that. Amazing, isn't it?
Oh, my goodness me.
I just thought, is that me? No. There we go. And, Andrew has sent in picture. He sent pictures of his roses. Oh, two of my standard roses bought last year, still flowering away. So thank you for sending that, Andrew. Bought them last year, flowered throughout the summer, and they're still flowering now, look.
With some cheeky geranium roseanne under there as well.
Mine's still going. Mine is still going.
Still going.
Love it. And my erigeron. I posted a little video on TikTok yesterday of my erigeron, which is just from May to now, just keep going, keep going. There's certain plants that can really do it for you, aren't there?
I bet your wallflower, your bowl's mauve, are they still flaring their
Oh, no, I killed it.
Oh, did you?
Well, I didn't kill it. My dog did.
Oh, OK.
I'm going to have to get a new one. My dog, I mean, it's still there, but my dog decided to sort of roll in it and...
Oh, yeah, and they're a bit brittle, aren't they? They snap off easy.
The puppy has demolished it, but never mind. I'll just get another one. It's not a problem. Right, shall we move on to some more plants? Yes, please. Let's talk about the Acaceloiana, the pineapple guava, which produces some really glorious tropical-looking flowers, but the main point at the moment, I think, is that this is an evergreen beauty.
That's why I kind of wanted to point it towards you. You can see how beautiful those super glossy leaves are on there. So all the year through, this one won't be sticks.
No.
This is going to be green leaves. But in the summer, look at the flowers. This is something from Avatar. They are just so bonkers. And these, if you're lucky, they can produce edible fruit that tastes like a cross between a pineapple and a guava. This plant is neither, but apparently the fruit tastes very similar to those. We keep asking, has anyone ever tried one of these? If you've grown one of these...
I've not eaten one.
No, nor have I, and I'd love to try one. Have you grown this? Did you get fruit this year? Let us know. What did it taste like? And this is the year that this plant will produce this kind of fruit, because it loves long, hot summers. It's very, very, very drought tolerant. I remember 2 or 3 years back going to the Isle of Wight during a really dry summer. We went to see these incredible gardens. We got there, they were absolutely awful because they were all dried out. All the trees were losing their leaves. But there was a big patch of these, and they were just looking green. They didn't care how dry it was. They were flowering as well. And that was about July, August time. These ones are about 1.5 meters tall. They can get to kind of a couple of metres tall. They will take some frost. I mean, very, very cold areas, give them a bit of winter protection. But generally, in most gardens, these will get through. Give them a nice sheltered spot up against near the house, south facing, west facing. And they'll just give you joy all the year through. The leaves are nice. They're shiny. Got that sort of just nice simple shape to them, but the flowers, I mean, where do you see flowers like this? I mean, how do you even sort of describe that? It's just phenomenal. I mean, the sort of the colours in there, these huge great big stamens in the middle. I always say they remind me of those like sort of time-lapse or slow-mo videos where you see like a raindrop dropping into a lake and then all the water kind of splashes up. It kind of creates that kind of look for me. And of course, these will get pollinated. And then, so if you're lucky, you'll get the fruit.
Carry on, carry on.
So, no, I kind of got there. I was just saying, yeah, they'll produce fruit. Of course, you can grow this in a container. Easy to grow in a container, but of course you can grow it in the open ground if you prefer.
I'll let you know what happened. So I'm trying to connect so that I can show you the pineapple guava flowers, but it brings up options, and I've remotely connected to Matt's screen, which basically takes over the screen so he can't say anything. So in our ears was, what have you done? It's fine, it's working.
It's all going so well today.
It's all good. I want to show you the pineapple guava actual flowers, because I filmed them earlier on in the year.
Yours?
No,
Oh.
I filmed them here when they were in flower earlier on in the year, but I just wanted to show you them in real life, but now I can't find it. I've got 2 folders. I've got an Acaceloiana and a pineapple guava. Here we go. Here are the actual flowers here in the potting shed when they were in full bloom. It's lovely to see it on a picture, but I like to show it to you on a video as well, so you can really sort of see the beauty of them. They're about, I don't know, they're about, what, 50p pence? 50 pence size, but they're really kind of 50p pence size. But the stamen are so proud, aren't they?
Really dramatic. And another thing that's interesting is these plants weren't huge either. They were about the same size as this one.
This one that we've got.
Yep. So it is a shrub that will flower at a very young age. You don't need to wait years and years and years for this to flower. I mean, there's a good chance this one will flower for you next year. Just put it in a nice, sunny, sheltered, well-drained spot. That's where it'll thrive. That's where it'll be happy. As I say, in the ground or in a container, whatever suits you. You can clip it, you can shape it, or you can just leave it, whatever you prefer.
Yeah, it's nice, low maintenance, very easy, year-round interest, and of course you've got those lovely sort of tropical-looking flowers. Great for container growing, I think, so you can easily move it to give it any winter protection it might need. They're sort of half-hardy, aren't they? They'll cope with a little bit of frost.
Yeah, they will cope with some frost, but I mean, if we get a beast from the east, one of those rare kind of winters, then yeah,
just move it.
You do need to give it some protection. But generally, most winters, well, especially our winters are going now, it'll get through.
680-146 is your item number. You're going to save £7 on that one, £15.29, and that is the sort of size that you will be receiving. We've got another beauty for you here. I say beauty, it will be. It's a deciduous plant, but this is the hibiscus tricolour bush. So it's actually 3 plants grown together, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But it gives you the look that you can see here, where you're going to get 3 different colours on the same plant.
Which is phenomenal, and they all grow at a similar rate as well, so you're not going to end up with some sort of wonky plant where one's going to get sort of 6 foot and the other's just going to be a little wiggly 3 foot tall. They'll grow together very, very happily. They'll mix and mingle, and hibiscus are a great shrub for mid to late summer colour. The vast majority of shrubs probably start flowering April. A lot of them are over by the middle of June. These don't actually come into flower till about July, middle of July, though this year again they were early because of the hot summer. And then you get weeks and weeks and weeks of these pink, blue and white flowers loved by the pollinating insects.
Oh my word, the bees absolutely adore a hibiscus.
They do. I mean, look at all the pollen on those flowers.
Yeah.
Smothered in pollen, there'll be nectar inside for those bees as well. And these, you might have gone on holiday this year and you've seen the hibiscus growing abroad and you think, can't grow those in the UK because they're not hardy.
They're so easy to grow.
But the ones you see on holiday aren't. But these ones, -20, these can go down to. So anywhere in the UK you can grow hibiscus. They can get to a couple of metres tall. If you ever want to prune them late winter, early spring, just chop them down to the height you want them to be, above some buds, and all the new shoots they make will flower exactly the same year, and they have a lovely upright goblet-shaped habit. So a really neat shrub,
yeah, you can still see that. I mean, it's really obvious once the leaves have dropped, the sort of shape that these grow into.
It's great, isn't it?
So you don't really need to do a huge amount of pruning because they already grow into that shape. And I would recommend doing a little prune yearly. If you want it big, that's fine. Just take the tops off, because actually what that does is it can give you more flowers and larger flowers as well.
Yeah.
But of course, if it gets out of control, as Adam says, you can chop it down to keep it much smaller if that's what you want to do.
And it's not fussed about that. You can almost treat it like a rose. So like the way you prune your roses in spring, prune the hibiscus in the same way. It'll get through any winter time. Just one little thing to point out, so I don't want you to worry. If you get this and it gets all the way to kind of May, middle of May, and it's still not coming to leaf, don't worry, because sometimes after a cold winter, this can be one of the last shrubs to come into leaf, but because it comes out late, it flowers late, so it's going to give you that lovely pop of colour late summer, even into autumn when other shrubs have finished flowering. And you could grow this in a pot, something like one of our 35 litre or even 50 litre heavy duty pots. Something that size would be good, but plant it in the ground, full sun, part sun. It's really, really easy to grow. Not even particularly fussed about soils, clay or sandy.
£21.24 is your price on that one. 510313, saving £10, and you're saving the £6.99 postage by simply entering the code YGTV4525. The phone lines are open today, by the way. If you do prefer placing your order, with an actual human being, then you can do that. Just take down the item numbers, give them the code, and they will place the order for you. But of course, you can just go to YouGarden.com to place your order via the website. Going to give you a quick reminder of a few of the items, then we've got more to show you. The rose, Dame Deborah James, is the most popular item on the show, unsurprisingly. It comes to you in the 3 litre pot, beautifully established already, a £12 saving on that one. You are getting that home for £15.29. I think this is the perfect wedding rose, in actual fact. If you were just looking at the rose itself, it's got that gorgeous fragrance and it's got that kind of purity that you would expect from wedding roses. Maybe you're growing your own roses for your own wedding. How lovely. If I could go back and do it again, I would do exactly that.
And I like the idea that £2.50 from this rose as well goes to charities that are helping people deal with bowel cancer, which is good.
Absolutely. So there is a charity donation on that one too. 531041, the item number. Next up, oh, it's the Patio Standard Collection. This is the one with the biggest saving. You're going to get £50 off just by entering a code, and you're going to get free postage on there. You'll get the pink, you'll get the white, you'll get the red, you'll get the yellow in there as well. Thank you, Andrew, for sending his picture. He got these last year. They're still flowering away beautifully now. You will get flowers on these next year and every year. They're really low maintenance. My only top tip, because I've learnt by experience, don't go too hard on your pruning in the first year or two. I over pruned one and it just never recovered. So just nice gentle pruning for the first year or two, and then after that you're going to be so amazed by the beauty you get from this every single year. 530199 is the item number if you'd like to go for the largest saving on the show today. That is the Rose Patio Standard Collection. Compost, this is the most popular non-flowering item. It's always one of the most popular things that we bring you. It is the premium professional compost, packed with amazing ingredients to give your plants the best start and continued life. Composted wood fibre, slow release fertiliser, peat reduced, wetting agent. It's like a five-star hotel for your plants. It's going to go, your plants are in the spa every single day. They're getting a luxury treatment because you've planted them in the best compost. It all starts with the roots, people. The health and vitality of your plants starts at the roots. So it's really important you use the best compost you can possibly use. 100125 is the item number, and you're going to get 2 of those 50-litre bags delivered direct to your door, which makes life so much easier. Heavy-duty pots. Everybody needs some heavy-duty pots in their lives. They're traditionally used as growing pots. This is a commercial, professional grower's growing pot. Sean uses them for so many things in his garden, as do I, as does Adam. He's got his Christmas trees in there, but you can use them as temporary home for plants. I've certainly been doing that. Adam was saying earlier he's got a few for his temporary homes. Tomatoes absolutely love to be grown in heavy-duty pots. I find they like to be in deeper pots. This is perfect. And also every single item that we're bringing you on the show from YouGarden, well, in general, would love to grow in these pots. They can get still to their full heights, their full sizes. They can still get really big, but of course you can use them for so many other things. Decanting the compost, perhaps you're using them for storage. Maybe it's log storage. I stack all my bamboo canes in one in the corner of the shed so they're not falling all over the place. I use them for recycling. They're in the utility room for the recycling to go in before it goes in the big bins outside. Simon, he told us previously he uses one as a laundry basket. Love that idea. If you're harvesting your vegetables, Adam says use it as a colander. Put your veggies in there, hose them off. I did it with stones. I bought some wonderful white stones to put in my tower pots. You know, that lovely light up display I did? Yeah. The stones were covered in sort of chalky white dust. So I put them in the heavy duty pot, hosed them down, used it as a colander. There's so many uses for these. 130681 is the item number. You will get 5. There's 3 30 litres, 1 35 and 1 50 litre in there as well. I love that. I love the nest actually, because you've got the different sizes for the different jobs you're going to be doing. Always have one spare to put all your dead heads and things in, because that will take you, you can then put it on the compost heap or in the big bin ready to be taken away. 580076 is the item number of the next item though. That is the fragrant and magical Peony Collection. You're actually going to get 4 bare roots, 2 of each. You've got the Eden's Perfume and the Red Magic. Now, the bare roots are fantastic quality as well, aren't they? Look at these. I think this one looks like a horse.
It does.
Or a
reindeer.
Or a reindeer. Yeah. Every time I pick it up, I'm like, oh, look. It looks like it's just trotting along.
That does look reindeer-like. How weird is that?
Right, what I want to point out to you, though, is the quality, because...
Well, it's even more reindeer-y now, that way round.
We've got the buds here, so these are known as the eyes, but this is where the growth is going to come from. And I can definitely see, well, there's 4 for sure on that one. And this means amazing quality and potential of flowers next year. Can't guarantee it.
Yeah, because if you think about it, so what we've done, we've actually lifted a full-size peony root, and then we've divided up those roots into sections, each with those eyes on there that are going to grow for you next year. Now, if we hadn't lifted that peony, then those shoots, a lot of those shoots would be flowering next year, because it's not been moved. So there's a good chance that these could flower in their first year. We're not going to guarantee that, but one thing you can do when you plant your peonies to guarantee flowers year after year, always plant them nice and shallow. Peonies hate being planted deep, so 2 or 3 centimetres below the surface for these shoots, whether you're going to grow them in pots or in the ground. And peonies can live 50, 60 years. They're a very, very long-lived perennial. I've seen peonies over the years grow in shady areas. Used to look after a huge garden at a place called Margaret Road Inn, and the lady there had a massive, massive, great big border full of peonies on the north-facing side of her house, and they flowered and grew beautifully. But also, I've seen them in sort of really big sunny borders growing very well as well. So they're very adaptable, whether it's shade or sun. These get to about 75 to 90 centimetres tall, and as the years go by, you can get about a dozen stems per plant. They could have up to a dozen flowers per stem. So you're really going to get a lot of peonies on these. They're fragrant as well. They make gorgeous cut flowers. If you wanted to, get a couple of packs of these, plant some in the garden to enjoy flowers for yourself in the actual garden itself. Perhaps grow some on your allotment or in your kitchen garden and have them for cut flowers as well and bring them indoors. Because I don't know if you've ever bought peonies as cut flowers, but they are very, very expensive. Pick your own, and it's going to cost you nothing, really.
I actually quite like the fact that you're getting 2 of each here, because you could have 1 of each of the plants if you've got the area and the space in your garden, but you could have 2 of them as your cut flower ones. And then you've got your other 2 which you've got as your garden ones, so you're not destroying the ones in the garden in order to cut your flowers. If you love bringing the flowers indoors, you've got a couple of plants there that you can use for that purpose. 580076 is the item number. 4 bare roots included. Remember, 2 of each of the varieties. You've got Eden's Perfume and you've got Red Magic in there as well. Please get them planted as soon as possible. They come to you in a bag. Sorry, we're taking them out at the moment, but they come to you in a bag with sort of compost inside there. It's important not to let them dry out, so they do need planting, relatively quickly, within a week or so.
Yeah, definitely.
Get them planted, even if that's a temporary home, even if you don't know where you're going to put them in a heavy-duty pot or another pot, just so that they can get in and get established and they can get planted. Don't leave them to dry out. That's the important thing. Okay, £15.29, 4 bare roots included. We're moving on to the Sarcococca Winter Gem, one of my personal favourites. I absolutely adore this one. It's evergreen, it's fragrant, it's really versatile.
And also, it's a slightly unusual plant in that it does its best thing at the worst time of year.
Yeah.
So middle of the winter, when everything is grey and bare and perfumeless, this decides to flower, and it will fill your garden, it will fill your patio with the most sweet, gorgeous, stunning fragrance for month after month. It's tough, it's hardy, it doesn't care about the frost or the snow or the wind or the rain. It will grow in shade, full shade or part shade. Bex has even grown one in a sunny spot, and it's quite happy there as well. Only ever gets to about 75 centimetres tall, and it will form like a little clump eventually, only about ½ a metre wide. And once you've planted it, there's nothing else to ever do with this plant, apart from obviously keep it watered in the first year, or if you've got it in containers, water and feed it, but it doesn't need pruning, it doesn't need deadheading. I've never seen Sarcococca succumb to any pests and diseases. Slugs and snails leave them alone, caterpillars don't bother them, they don't get any other diseases. But the great thing about them is, after Christmas, January, February time, when your garden is probably looking its bleakest, a plant like this will just bring so much interest. It will kind of take you right from midwinter through to spring. It's like a great kind of lifesaver, a great gap filler, a joyous plant during that time of year when most are just sticks and bare. And it's a lovely established plant for you, and they will all arrive to you with flower buds on. Every one of our plants of this is covered in buds All you've got to do is wait another few weeks. The way the weather is so mild at the moment as well, might even be sooner than that.
Yeah, I mean, look, they can see all of those are the flower buds, and you can see that there's loads and loads of them. Now, mine, personally, does not start flowering until January, but that doesn't mean that yours won't start flowering a little bit earlier. And January and February are the worst months anyway, aren't they? We say this a lot. They are the most dullest, miserable, the horrible months.
They're tough.
We're all skint after Christmas. The days are the shortest. They are hard months. So I think having something in your garden that's going to be looking beautiful at that time of year. However, it is known as Christmas box and sweet box, so this can be flowering for you through December. And I would suggest, looking at them, that they're ready to sort of start opening up, aren't they?
And this is typical what we're sending out to you. We're not going to send out something in a little 9-centimetre pot with no flower buds on. So you're going to get this home, and the first time you plant this, the first year you plant this, you will experience that fragrance, and you'll experience those beautiful flowers with the red and the white little bell-shaped lantern flowers hanging down, and hundreds of them, hundreds.
563, sorry, that's 510563, your item number. It's £15.29. No postage as long as you use the code. You're saving a couple of quid on that one as well. Next up, we've got the Allium collection. Now's the time. If you haven't done your bulbs, if you haven't planted them, November is the perfect time to get them planted. So you've still got weeks and weeks left to get these in the ground, and I love this collection because you've got a really wonderful mix of alliums here.
Yeah, look at the colour range, Bex, as well. You've got purples, you've got whites, you've got yellows, you've got reds, and you've got the different flower shapes going on as well. Some are spherical, some are flat-headed, some have got those lovely kind of little pendulous flowers as well. Just an incredible mix, and all alliums ask of you is a nice sunny spot, well-drained soil. Good thing about them as well is the foliage dies down very quickly after they're flowered, so you're not like, looking at weeks and weeks of like waiting for the foliage to die away. Nectaroscordum, this is my favourite out of this collection.
This is so cute.
Yeah, each one of those looks like a little Tiffany lamp to me.
Yeah.
Then you've got the Christophii, the really big, sort of bold flowers, almost like a firework kind of exploding. These are your Molly. These are probably your shortest ones, pretty much, and some of the earliest to flower. You've got the Niger there, the Allium Niger, which has got the lovely flat white heads on there, and these are your drumstick ones.
Spherocephalon.
Yeah, they can go all the way through until, well, Bex has seen, she's just seen those in August.
I saw them
flowering.
in August this year.
Yep.
Genuinely, not in my garden. I haven't planted them, but I did see them.
And these are your Neapolitans, those ones, and of course your Purple Sensation, the classic archetypal kind of alliums that you see every year at the Chelsea Flower Show. Not by magic, it just so happens that is exactly when they flower. So that's why people use them. Because they give stature, they give like a real massive impression in the garden. You can grow them in the ground, you can grow them in pots and containers. In their happy spot, they'll come back year after year, no problem at all, and they'll divide and multiply. And they're loved by the bees, and you get all of these in a big bag, individually bagged within that, so you know exactly which is which, and just enjoy colour on these for about probably 4 or 5 months, from the earliest to the latest.
630126 is the item number for your Allium collection. 100 bulbs included in there, £5 saving, £12.74 your discount club price. Final one on the favourites table is our Lucky Dip Perennial collection. 12 9-centimetre pots. You're saving a fiver. This works out as £1.77 per plant. Now, just please think about a perennial. A perennial is a plant that comes back year after year after year after year. You've got long-lived perennial plants included in this collection. They multiply as well. You know, I'm thinking about Rudbeckia, for example. You start off with one small plant. First year I had 15 flowers. Next year I had 30 flowers. What am I going to have next year on that plant, you know? These get bigger and better as time goes on. So that £1.77 per plant, break that down over the amount of years that you're going to have this in your garden. It all of a sudden becomes amazing value for money.
And look at the size you can get. I mean, if there was £1.77 and they were just like a sort of a little 3-inch sort of stem with half a dozen leaves on.
Yeah, you say fair enough.
But these, I mean, you could easily see these in a much bigger pot in a garden centre for £7-8 per plant. And this is typical of a lot of the sizes that come out to you. I mean, some will start to go a little bit dormant soon, but because this mix is so varied, you're going to end up with plants that are going to grow in full sun and shade, damp soil and warm soil. They're going to give you different heights. They're going to flower at different times of year, different foliage colour, different foliage shape, different flower colour. Just such a diverse mix. I mean, just quickly in this mix, you might get one of these.
Ooh, agapanthus.
If I can pick it up. Oh, like Poppy's got hold of me. Yeah, you might get an agapanthus, which is great for full sun, really, really well-drained soil. But at the other end of the scale, you could get an Aquilegia that does brilliant in shade and damp soil. You might get a verbena over here that could get sort of a couple of metres, 2 or 3 metres tall. So you've just got such a fantastic variation, even possibly a lily of the valley, great for damp shade, or the eryngium, the little blue hobbit, that will actually grow in some of the most punishing dry soil. So in essence, you're getting an herbaceous border in a box. If you're moving into a new garden, if you created a new lawn area, and Bex was even saying last night she's thinking about digging up more lawn.
I really am.
To create more beds.
Well, now I'm not moving. Certainly in the imminent future, and I've kind of ignored my garden this year because I thought we were moving, which was a mistake clearly in hindsight. I think because I've got loads of things in pots that I was going to take to the new house, well, I might as well plant them. So I'm thinking about this winter just spending some time digging into those borders, extending them a little bit, and just planting a load of stuff up and making it look really pretty.
It's good
because we could be in there for another year. So
it's good because now you can fall in love with your garden again, can't
absolutely.
you? And really give it the.
I was planning the next garden and forgetting about this one. Well, I need to spend time on this one now.
That would be great.
Yeah.
And you can do that. And this is a great time of year to do it. Whether it's perennials, whether it's bulbs, whether it's plants that you've kept in your heavy-duty pots, all of those you can put them all in now. They'll get established. They'll root in nicely. They'll sit quietly through the winter. And these are herbaceous perennials, so that means they come back year after year. They'll spread, they'll form bigger clumps. Some of these eventually you can even lift and divide in the spring and create more plants if you wanted to.
Amazing. 560529, it's 21.24, £1.77 per plant. You are saving £5 by entering a code, and you're saving the postage cost purely by entering a code when you place your order. Go to YouGarden.com. If you want to shop ahead of us, by the way, go to YouGarden.com, click on the Live Now button, scroll down. That's where all the plants have been put that we have selected for the live show today. We won't get the chance to show you them all. We never do on a Thursday, but anything else that we have for you, we will definitely show you on Sunday. But of course, as I say, you can get ahead of us by simply going here and looking ahead. Look, that cherry bush, we're not talking about that today. The fig, we will talk about that one today. The hellebores, we're not talking about those today. See what I mean? You can go ahead and you can have a little look ahead of us. This is one we're going to bring for you next, an award winner. So we talked about Cornus Nightfall, and now we're bringing you the Midwinter Fire. This is the one with the bright red stems on this one. It can be, can't it?
This is probably one of the most well-known dogwoods for that winter colour. There's a place I always mention, I mentioned it lots recently, Anglesey Abbey. They've got a winter garden, a famous winter garden walk, where they do have that sarcococca, the winter gem, but also they've got masses of this Cornus Midwinter Fire. In the summer, you get beautiful, deep green, lime-coloured leaves, flat heads of white flower that contrast awesomely with this dark, dark red stems. But in the wintertime, when all the leaves drop, and they do have gorgeous colour in the autumn, this one's colouring up really lovely just now. We're getting oranges, we're getting reds, we're getting yellows, and they stay on for a couple of weeks or so. They drop, and then you get these stems. Masses and masses of red stems, and if you want to get the most colourful stems, you trim these down late winter, early spring.
Do you do all of it, or do you do like a quarter or a third of it?
Most people do all of it.
Really?
Yeah, they just sort of. But I wouldn't do that for the first couple of years.
Yeah. Wait for it to get established.
Yeah, let it establish, let it grow up a little bit, and then sort of years 3 and 4 onwards, if you want to, you don't have to. It's optional. If you want to, late winter, mid spring, cut it right down. I mean, the ones at Anglesey Abbey, they take them down to stumps. I mean, really do. But then all those new stems that come through during the summer, they give you the most dramatic coloured stems for the following autumn and winter.
I really like the colour of the leaf. I mean, obviously it's going to drop its leaves, but I actually think that's really beautiful at the moment. It does give a nice autumn display, doesn't it?
It is. It's sort of really bright and cheery.
Yeah.
You know, dogwoods are kind of some of the best shrubs for that autumn colour. They're incredibly hardy, so it doesn't care how cold it gets in the winter, and they will grow in very damp soils. I mean, even boggy soils or wet soils. There's not a lot of shrubs that will do that. A lot of shrubs will rot off in those kind of conditions. Dogwoods quite like very heavy wet soils, but it's a shrub that does give you interest all the year through. Just to recap, in the summer you've got that lovely green foliage, you've got the white flowers that can produce berries. In the autumn you have the most gorgeous sort of kaleidoscope of autumn colours, and then in the winter you've got the interest with the stems, and it's a compact enough plant. to keep in a large container if you want to, but of course you can plant it straight in the ground.
511360, £10 saving on that one, £12.74, your discount club price. Remember, by being a club member, you are saving 15% on plants, on pots, on compost, and that's in the potting shed or on the website. You can get that 15% discount. However, by shopping on the website, you are paying postage. By shopping with us for the YGTV items, you won't pay postage because we've got that offer code to use. So the best way to save money with us here at YouGarden is to be a club member and to shop the YouGarden TV shows, because we give you that code so that you can get the postage off. And we do double up deals and buy one get one frees and all sorts. And plus you get us, which, you know, that's nice, isn't it? Well, you get Adam at least, which is brilliant.
We come with or without the code. but everything else you need to enter the code.
You do indeed. All right, let's move on. We've got some bulbs for you next. We've got the anemones. This is the Decayenne mix. Now, these are such beautiful coloured flowers that you've got in here. I love the purple, the red, the white, and the intricacy when you look, the kind of circles of colour that you get within the flowers.
And that black button in the middle, which really sets them off. And these are lovely cut flowers. You see, sometimes you see these in florists and places like that. And when you look at the bulbs or the corms, you can't believe that they turn into these. But they do. So it's just like, got stopped in my tracks there for a moment. But you've got such a great colour mix in here. And these do flower odd times of the year. They are kind of like late spring, summer flowering, but they can throw out flowers at odd times. I've even seen these flower sometimes in January or December, or try to. Lovely foliage, very ferny foliage, so even when they're not flowering, the foliage is good. And one of these little bulbs, you plant it, and these are going to flower for you next year. They're like a kind of a moist, damp, retentive soil. Sunny position is what they like, or they will grow in part shade as well. They will spread, they will multiply, grow them in pots or containers. But I would plant some to enjoy in your garden or in your pots, but then plant a little row of these again on your allotment or in your kitchen garden, because they do make lovely, lovely cut flowers.
They look like little poppies.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, sort of multicoloured, different poppies. But I mean, look at the mix of colours. The ones in particular I really like this one here with the...
Yeah, the little circle.
Yeah, little circles. Look at that, so sweet.
I think it's really pretty.
And then you kind of got the one here with the lovely little white centre to it as well.
Yeah.
In fact, they're all lovely, aren't they? You can see what I mean by the foliage in between. Really, really nice ferny foliage on these. And they get through any winter time. They're tough, they're hardy. No problem growing these.
600319 is the item number. Wow, look at the price. It's only £8.49 for 75 bulbs.
Oh, we said that in tandem then. So what does that work out per bulb then,
Oh,
Bex?
I don't know. Pennies. 1.2 pence.
Is that what it is?
No, I have no idea.
He's impressing
What's
me
my
then.
guess?
So, OK, so...
8.49.
I'll put 80.
Oh, I knew you were going to mess this up.
Thanks for the confidence. 8.49.
Divided.
That's
there
you put me on the spot.
75.
75. OK, so that equals 11p.
Oh. There you go, 11p a bulb. Amazing. 600319 is the item number if you want to go for the anemones. We've got some more bulbs for you, which is hopefully on Matt's map, which is the tulip ice cream bulbs for you next. These are the ones that I've grown the last few years. I really like these because they only get to about 40 centimetres in height, and they're big, kind of double flowers that look like an ice cream, bizarrely.
They are dramatic.
They are.
And they're different, they're unusual. But look at the colours. You've got this kind of the sepal there, the outside sepal, and you've got almost like a parrot tulip. You've got the greens, you've got the reds, you've got the pinks. And if that wasn't enough, they then open out. And that does not look a million miles away from a peony flower to me.
Yeah, mine never opened quite that fully, I will say, but it doesn't mean they won't.
if you put in a really, really sunny, warm spot, that's probably where you get tulips to really sort of pop open.
I did destroy mine last year, unfortunately.
You're having a lot of luck with...
Well, I brought them in here to show people, and then I was driving home, but I hadn't secured the pot, so the pot fell over and it snapped all the heads off.
Oh, Bex.
I know, I was gutted.
That's really disappointing.
I was gutted.
But these will flower for you in 2026. Really good chunky bulbs. There's no squidgy bulbs. There's no smelly bulbs. I think these look the best in containers. That's where I'd grow them.
Yeah, I grew them in... So these are mine before I destroyed them. So this was the 14th of April 2024. And at some point I brought them into the potting shed to show them on a YGTV show and then snapped all the heads off them. But what I really like, look at... Can you see? That's a petal. But it looks like the leaves are sort of coming up and sitting around the flower, but it's actually the petal that's got that green tinge to it. I think they're stunning. I think they're really interesting. And also because, so I've got them, look at the whole display of tulips that I had going on the table there. Now, the sort of classic tulips, those sort of goblet-shaped ones, if you live in a slightly windier area, those are going to get blown quite severely.
Yeah, and I've seen that happen.
Whereas with these, because they're much more dense in their formation, they're not, and they're a bit shorter, they don't get as affected.
And I think these are, you use that word petalicious.
They are petalicious.
These are petalicious tulips, flowering sort of April into May.
You should see my tulip folder, honestly. I've got so many pictures of tulips, it's insane.
I've got so many packs of tulip bulbs to plump as well. But tulips are good because they flower for a long time. This year, I had some customers there. One tulip flower lasted for nearly a month.
Wow.
Because the weather was so dry and
good.
Sunny and warm. And these will stay in bloom for you for a good sort of 3 or 4 weeks.
These are part of the premium range as well. So these are unusual. They are different. You will get 10 of these bulbs. I have had mine return the following year as well. So planted in the right conditions, you can get them to return. It's £10 and 19 pence. That's just over £1 a bulb, basically, we're looking at there.
That was an easy one, that was.
That one was. And for premium, sort of novelty, unusual bulbs, I think that's really incredible. 630049 is the item number if you'd like to get those. And by the way, November is the perfect time to plant your tulips in the ground. No problems with tulip fire or anything at this time of year, so get those going. Next up, we've got Hydrangea Polestar for you, which is the beautiful... I'm actually going to get 3 of these, but this is a really nice compact hydrangea.
It's compact and also it's colour changing. So the flowers can start off white, even like sort of hints of like lime green colour, then they go pink, then they go red over a long period of time. Only gets to about 50 centimetres tall, 50 by 50 centimetres height and width. So it's a lovely, lovely hydrangea to grow in a pot or a container at the front of the beds and borders, even in a raised bed. And just enjoy these flower heads for such a long, long, long time. Don't deadhead these, even leave them on through the winter because they look great as structural seed heads in those sort of dark, cold times of year. When you see these covered in frost or in the autumn when they've got spiders' webs and things and a heavy dew on the plants, they look great. Tough, hardy down to -20, -25 degrees. Hydrangeas are very, very tough plants. And if you ever wanted to prune these, late winter, early spring, if they get a little bit kind of shaggy or out of shape, clip them back, shape them round. They will actually flower for you the same year. Because they're what's known as a paniculata hydrangea, they flower on new wood. So pruning is easy, very, very hardy, long flowering period, compact. So if you've always wanted to grow a hydrangea, but ordinarily you think, no, I haven't got space, perhaps you've just got a balcony 3 floors up, you can grow this stunning hydrangea and enjoy all those different changes of colour. Do you want a red hydrangea? Do you want a pink hydrangea? Do you want a white hydrangea? Well, you get all 3 with these at different times and simultaneously. So it's a really, really unusual plant.
Perfect for your pots and containers if you're a container gardener. Tony, I'm thinking about you. He's solely got he's entirely got pots in his garden. So it's you know, I do a bit of both. I've got borders, but I love growing in pots and containers. And because this is nice and compact, it does mean it's ideally suited to containers as well. 511661 is the item number. You're going to get 3 of them. We've taken £10 off the price. It's £16 and 97 pence. Use your code to get your saving and your free postage. Hello to Nathan, who's joined the chat on YouTube. Karina, hello to you as well. And she says, oh, I have a question. Does gardenia need ericaceous compost? Yes, my lovely, gardenia is an acid-loving plant, so absolutely it needs the ericaceous compost.
Yeah, definitely.
And top tip with your ericaceous plants, use rainwater.
Yeah, because it's more acidic, especially if you're in the hard water area, because you don't want all that nasty lime. That's what they don't like.
I live in hard water area, so I really have to try hard to make sure that I've got enough rainwater rather than tap water.
We have to slice our water.
Yeah, it's that hard.
It's that hard, yeah.
Okay, no problem for answering questions. If you do have questions, by all means send them in on the YouTube chat, on the Facebook chat, via our emails, which is ygtv@yougarden.com. We will do our best to answer those for you. If we don't know the answer, we'll find out, we'll come back to you. That's what we do. Final item on this particular table is the Tracheospermum star jasmine, something that we both adore. I've got 2 of them. I know you used to have one in your previous house growing up over the doorway, wasn't it?
I did. It's still there all these years on. I just wish I could have taken it with me, but I do have one of these now. In fact, I've got 2. I've got a pink flowering one, which I put in my tower pot, and I've got one of these, which I haven't planted yet. I only received it last week, but I'm going to definitely get it to grow in the new garden. And this, if you like, we've been talking earlier on about that Sarcococa Hookeriana winter gem. Well, this is like the summer equivalent of that, because both of them are evergreen, both of them flower, and both of them have the most incredible fragrance. So we've gone from a plant that gives fragrance in midwinter to a plant that will give you the most amazing fragrance in midsummer, with hundreds and hundreds of these white pinwheel flowers. The foliage even turns a reddish colour in autumn. Doesn't drop like, you know, Acer leaves. It stays on. And in the spring, the leaves turn this lustrous dark green again. This climber can grow 4 or 5 metres, even more. And it sort of supports itself by twisting and twining and wrapping itself around a support. So a tower pot is just totally brilliant for it. But you could grow it over trellis, wires, even grow it up through another plant if you wanted to. So when it's not flowering, you have these lovely, lovely, super glossy leaves. But I tell you what, when this starts flowering kind of late spring into summer and we get those warm evenings, the fragrance is delicious. It is sweet, it is spicy, it's not overpowering. If you're sitting outside on a warm evening having a barbecue, having a drink outside, if you've got the patio doors open, that fragrance will kind of waft into your home, and it's a zillion times better than any artificial air freshener, because it's nature's own natural aroma, natural fragrance. It's a hardy shrub. It'll grow in sun, it'll grow in part sun, part shade. You can grow it in a large pot or a container, but of course you can also plant it straight in the ground. It's
like being on holiday, you know, if you've ever been to one of those lovely, you know, warm Mediterranean countries and you're going out for a meal in the evening and you're walking along and you get that wonderful aroma of, you know, things like jasmine growing. It just takes me to those kinds of places. It is gorgeous and it's super easy to grow. Love the fact that you've got the evergreen foliage, and it does give you a little change of colour in the winter season as well. It does turn some sort of oranges and reds, but it doesn't drop its leaves.
No, it's really, really interesting. I mean, again, perhaps in hindsight, we should have put this next to the Sarcococa, because if you get both of these, what you're actually doing is you're getting 2 shrubs that are both evergreen, both hardy, both tough, both grow in similar situations, but one will give you the most amazing fragrance in the middle of winter and the other will give you the most amazing fragrance in the middle of summer. And again, I can testify to that, because I remember back quite late on in the summer, actually, went to my sister-in-law's little family do there. We were sitting outside, having a meal outside. It was a lovely warm evening, and the next door neighbour had one of these, but it had actually grown over into my sister-in-law's garden. And I'll tell you what, Bex, we were sitting there, and the fragrance was just beautiful. I mean, the whole time we're in the garden, and so as it got dark, the fragrance actually increases when it gets dark. So I think these are probably moth pollinated. So at night time, the fragrance really comes to the fore.
550229 is the item number. It's a £10 saving on that one. It's £16.99 if you'd like to go for that one. And the perfect combination. Did you say you've got one in the tower pot?
I've got a pink flowering one in my tower pot.
I got the pink flower, yeah. Now, I've got mine growing in the tower pot as well, so this is an absolutely ideal combination. Now, those are 2 that we've planted up, actually. That's just in the just outside the doors here. We've got 2 of the jasmines planted up in there. Mine has filled the tower pot now, and it is the perfect home for it. It will happily live in there all year round and for many, many years as well. It comes to you in a few separate parts. So you've got the pot at the bottom, and then you've got the 3 bits here, and they just simply click into place. So put the first bit on, put your jasmine in the bottom there, and then click the other 2 bits on. Your hands can get through the holes here, so that if you do need to help the plant in any way, just to manipulate it to go in a certain direction, you can do. But generally, this just does its own job, doesn't it? And winds itself around.
What I like about that tower pot is you go to some garden centres and you see a lot of different things that are created to support plants, but they look really sterile. They look really utilitarian. They're not interesting. This even looks nice with nothing in it. You've got the lovely oval shaped sort of apertures there. You've got this lovely burnished, antique kind of look to it. Bex has come up with a brilliant idea. You'll decorate these for Christmas as well,
I have decorated for Christmas, yeah. They've got,
which is lovely.
I had 2 spares because I use them for like annuals. So I had some verdure in them this year. I had sweet peas in them last year. So in winter they just sit empty. So what I've done is I put a bunch of white stones in the bottom, and then I've got myself some just battery powered solar lights, and I've wrapped them all the way around the tower pot, and now they are just lighting structures in the garden outside. So they come on at like 4:30 every night and they just light up. It's beautiful. And actually I could bring those indoors as well. They don't have to stay outside. I could bring them indoors and they could be like festive decoration over the Christmas period.
And this is UV stable, isn't it?
UV stable, frost resistant. So I've had a couple of tower pots now. I mean, some of them are 3 or 4 years old, and they're still happily outside. Some of them I just got this year. I think I've got 7 of them now, because I love them so much.
Yeah, they are really, really good. And already my little sort of pink version of this is already starting to sort of grow round, and I'm sort of tying it in. And I've just picked this one up because if you go for both of these, don't just plant this in the middle and then just make these shoots go straight up. What you need to do, you need to train them so they sort of go around in a helter-skelter kind of fashion. Because if you do that, you'll get a lot more stem on there. Yeah. But what will happen then is all these little side buds, they will give you flowers all the way along the stem, whereas if you just plant it to go straight up, you probably just get more flowers at the top.
Make it bend and twist and turn. It makes more flowers come through. It just clicks in like this, by the way, so you just find the hole and then just click it into place, and that's all you've got to do to kind of secure these into position. You can actually break them down as well if you need to. 130461 is the item number for the tower pot. It's £21.24. Make sure you use your code to get your free postage. As I say, it will come to you in those 4 different sections. We need to give you a little reminder about the Rose of the Week, which was our most popular item. 531041 is the item number for your Rose Dame Deborah James. It's a floribunda, by the way, so you get clusters of roses on here. Has a gorgeous fragrance, a very beautiful colour. I said it's kind of a perfect wedding rose, and I stand by that. I think that's got beautiful colours to it. It is established. It comes to you in a 3-litre pot. It's from Harkness Roses, who are award-winning rose breeders. They bring you the most disease-resistant roses because they have been pesticide-free since the mid-90s, so they are naturally disease-resistant. And it's just £15.29. Brand new Rose of the Week, launched this morning. Next up, we've got for you our amazing patio standard rose collection. Now, if you want to go for these individually, you're most welcome to. We've got the red, we've got the yellow, we've got the pink, we've got the white, but they are £16 each. However, we have got the collection for you of all 4 roses with a £50 saving. That'll bring the details up on the screen for you so you can see. It's £25.47 for all 4. So don't pay £16 for one. Get even. Do you know what? Even if you only wanted 1 or 2 of them, why not get the collection? Pop them up. I'm sure anybody in your family or friend circle would love to have one of these roses.
What a great gift. And
I think it would be a beautiful gift.
And it's one of those cheesy phrases, but it is the gift that keeps giving, in the sense that you buy somebody a bunch of roses, within a week they're gone. Buy somebody this year after year after year, they can get months and months of these lovely, lovely, stunning flowers on these elegant, upright stems, these spherical heads of stunning, stunning flower on there. And you've got that colour range. You've got the red, you've got the pink, you've got the white, and you've got the yellow. easy to grow in the ground, in pots or containers. If they're in pots or containers, water them, feed them, all that kind of thing. But they've been grafted onto the top of the stem, and this stem won't get any taller. It'll get wider, but no taller. The growth all happens on the top, and you can sort of prune and shape these. Don't do anything with these pruning wise this year. Get them home, soak them overnight in a bucket of water, and then plant them up the next day. You might just want to put a bamboo cane in next to them and just until they get properly established. But they'll get a little bit of root into the soil now before Christmas. Then next spring, you'll start to see little buds develop, and these will definitely flower for you in 2026, no doubt at all. Bex showed you earlier on. Bex planted some in February. By May time, they were already showing the most amazing amount of buds, and in June, they were already flowering. All that straight from these bare root plants, or alternatively, wait until next year, go to a garden centre in May, pick up 4 of these growing in a pot, and pay perhaps £30, £35 each. And I tell you what, if you compared the two, our bare root ones with the pot grown ones, if you compared the two in June or July, they'd look exactly the same. The only difference is you've saved yourselves an absolute fortune. And see, this is the miracle that happens. Bex planted these. What I'm holding in my hand now, Bex planted in February, right getting towards the end of the bare root season. But even by June, they were already looking magnificent. You would swear that rose had been grown in that pot for at least 2 or 3 years. But to think they started from bare root plants like this. And sometimes bare root can be counterintuitive. If you're not familiar with gardening, if you're new to gardening, you might have got told off as a kid for pulling a plant up out the ground. Because straight away your mum might say, well, that's going to die now. You've pulled it up out the ground and all the roots are going to dry out. Well, if we wanted to lift it, if we tried to lift this bare root in June or July, it'd be game over. Yeah. But because it's dormant and we're lifting it now, this rose doesn't know it's asleep. So we can lift it, they're stored, they're kept cool, ready for you to replant, and next year they'll grow away as if they'd never ever been moved from one place to another.
You have got a huge saving. It's £50 off the price of that, plus your £6.99 postage, and you can take a little bit more money off if you're a club member, because you're just going to pay £25.47 for the collection, all 4 of those. They're like 16 quid each, so make sure you take advantage of the deal that we've got here on YGTV. A big thank you to you all in the chat, on YouTube, on Facebook, for sending in your emails. Adam will be back with you on Sunday here on YGTV. I'm going to a wedding this week. I'm so sorry. I don't often do things at the weekends, but I'm going to a friend's wedding, so I will be nursing a hangover, quite frankly, on a Sunday morning. So yeah, Adam will be back on Sunday morning from 9:30.
I will indeed. Yeah, with Stu, I think.
With Stu, I believe. Yeah, absolutely. So come back in and see all of the things that you did not see today. And for anybody that is on TikTok, I will be live from 1 o'clock this afternoon after I've had a little sausage roll for my lunch. So thanks everybody for joining us. It was lovely.
Thanks,
as always.
Always
we'll
a pleasure.
See you all very soon.
Take care.
Mwah.